be back, and I am back. I am going to play some Agrarian Skies for you just a little bit. When I left off, I was just about ready to start some of the automation stuff for the smelting. Let me just set up my Twitch stuff real quick, and then we can get going. Almost there. And single player. Okay, here we go. Oof. Alright, one sec. Let's change the sound here down a little bit because of that stupid mob tower. That's better. I'm not killing my ears. And I have my smelter. I have some ores here. Not a lot. Looks like my thing just went down. Hang on one sec. Nope, still says I am recording, so that's fine. Back to game. Let's see what we got. Okay. So the first thing we are doing is we've got this guy over here sifting some gravel for us. And then we have this vacuum dude in here, and he's got all this stuff. So like iron, really very useful. Stuff not so useful. So then we take this, we form it together. We've got iron ore gravel. And boom. And then we're going to smash it. And we smash it and we get this crushed iron ore. And that kind of turns it into the sand form. And we're going to take our sand form and we're going to hammer it. If it doesn't glitch, there we go. And then we get our dust form. And our dust form here is what we smelt. So if we go and stick it in here and we smelt it, it'll pop out over here. So it comes through this guy, pours into our cast iron thing, and then automatically gets pumped back into this. So when that's finished, that's where it will be. Until then, we'll just pop this over here for now. So I'm going to start automating this process. It takes a lot of items to get there before we can do that, but we can slowly start building our way through that. One of the things we are going to need is some space. So now I have to decide where I want to build this. Now I can build out or I can build down. Building down is really scary, but is fairly useful because it gives you, you get all this weird tubey stuff down below. I just have to decide if that's what I want to do. I really don't like doing that, but I feel like it's probably the best for us. So what I want to build is a rope ladder, which looks like this. So it's a bunch of string and a bunch of sticks. Fairly cheap if you have materials. Good. And here's our string. So the rope ladder I think is really neat. Very useful. Might have just been made specifically for Agrarian Skies. I don't know. It feels like it is, but maybe not. So we're going to go over here to the edge. The edge scares me. And we are going to make sure we pressed our shift. And we've got to put it on a block. There we go. And there's our ladder. And it literally will go all the way down to the abyss, to the void. And I'm going to do... Oh, we are totally on the edge now. Make sure you hold that shift button. Don't have the shift and then you're going to fall off. Okay. So I like to do a little barrier so that I can start building around it. Oops. There we go. And it makes it slightly safer to go down this little hole now. Slightly. A little bit. Okay. Yeah. Or it won't let me go down at all. There it goes. Okay. Don't mind me, I'm just standing over the abyss with all of my goodies in my hand. Okay, here we go. Come on. I am just gonna drop everything because I don't want to. I'll take this. There we go. Okay. So we've got some cobblestone to work with, we've got some torches to work with, and we are set. Hopefully. We also need to turn F7 on so we can see if there's going to be any monsters that spawn, because that's the worst. And here we go. Into the abyss. And shift. Okay. Hardest part. How far down do we want to go? Let's see if we can get a little more. There we go. Okay. So that's one of the cheats that you can do. Ooh, don't go through it. I can't remember how to go up. There's how you go up. It's so scary. Okay, that's okay. We have a couple of lives. If we die, we'll be fine. We just lose cobblestone and torches. It's not a huge deal, right? Oh my god. We're so gonna die. It's gonna be terrible. Oh, it's like floating. There we go. Okay, we're on the block, and I'm holding shift down so we don't die more. And there's that. Ugh, I hate this. And this will be a lot faster when we get a builder's wand, but we need like 8 diamonds to do that. And I definitely don't have 8 diamonds. And I'd much rather be spending 8 diamonds on like 4 autonomous activators. Ooh, don't go too fast. Okay, so there we go. We have started our next platform where we're going to put all of our automation under this. I definitely felt like I moved. That was scary. Okay. And I really hate these rope ladders because they don't work like the wooden ladders. They're so like smooth and floaty when you're on them. And that gets kind of scary. Alright, let me just check this one thing with Twitch over here because my stuff never updates properly. It won't do it. Who knows why? There we go. Okay. So back to game. Let's see what we got. So in a better world, I would use a different ladder. And actually, since we have ender pearls, I don't even have to use a ladder. I can use something much safer, which is an elevator. And you just need a lot of silk to make some wool. And then you can literally just go up and down real quick. So let's, I think we can make that. Let's see if we can do that real quick. We'll go up, 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 up. There we go. And then let's make it first before I put it in. Ugh, makes me so nervous working on the edges like that. There we go. I'm gonna leave that in my inventory. That's fine. Let's make some of these. I believe it's 4. And then you do, yeah, I don't have enough yet. So let's fix that. Walk over to our mob factory, our fancy mob tower we built. And we have all the string we could ever want. And they're just dying right there on those spikes. Okay, go over here. And look at all of our wool. And what you're going to want too, and these are our elevators. So we go ender pearl, and we have 2 elevators now. I don't need that. Okay, so let's do... There we go. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that it's fine if you leave it like that. I hope it is. And we're gonna go down this ladder very carefully. It's not gonna let me down because of all these weird half blocks. And then right there. Okay, and I definitely put it there and forgot to bring the pickaxe. So now I gotta sit here and hit it a bajillion times till it breaks. There we go. So now, with any luck, I got my shift on real hard here. I'll do this. Okay, and you can see we have a little mark. So now we just walk over the elevator, we press spacebar, and we go up, and we press shift, and we go down. And now we don't have to worry about any scary things. And if I accidentally press shift downwards, it's fine. It's not going to put me down in the void, but I can go spacebar, shift. It's so fun. Okay, best thing ever. And then you don't have to worry about these scary void edges or walk into the ladders and going too far or falling off the ladder. It just back and forth. Super fun. Oops, not where I wanted that. And then we'll get ourselves a builder wand and we will go crazy on this stuff. Okay, that. And we'll make a huge platform down here, which is not going to be fun, so I would recommend putting on a show while I do this, because it's going to be boring. The builder's wand will be nice when we get it. I might even just save up for it and just screw the autonomous activators, except for the more autonomous activators I get, the more diamonds I'll get. So kind of a catch-22. I have to kind of decide what I want to do. I'm telling you, I'm going to get fed up of this block placing very quickly. Go pick up some more cobblestone so I can make more cobblestone. There it is. It's weird. Ugh. And it is super hot today. I didn't go to work today because it was 95 degrees, so I had to cancel all my lessons because nobody wants to ride when it's that hot. Okie dokie. Here we go. Build, build, build. Place and load. Keep all those monsters out. We're under some water here, so you definitely don't want to get underneath that water, otherwise it'll rinse all of my torches away. Not something that I want to do. I can get really close to it. Make sure that shift is pushed. Oops, too far. I don't have my pickaxe on me. Okay, and we're right up next to this water now. We got one more. I think we got one more. Nope, we do not have one more. Do not walk into the water. Do not want to run off with it. Okay, that's fine this direction. So I've made it to the end of what's up there now. So now I'm going to work on going this direction. Let's go get some more cobblestone, so it gives it more time to make more. Go back down. Lovely sunset music. So now we're working over the void in the dark, which just is so much fun. And go. There we go. Alright. We are still not to the edge yet, but we're getting close. I mean, not that I have to have it out to the edge, but I do want to give myself a lot of space to work because I don't want all of this to be right on top of each other. I feel like putting a lot of space in between these things is going to make it easier for me to make changes later on. I've made this design before, but I want to make a couple of tweaks to it so that it's, you know, better than it was last time. That's always the goal, is every time you make stuff is to make it better. Okay. Okay, we're really close. Let's do one more this way, and then we will start going the other way. Alright, so up we go. Let's grab some more cobblestone. Good. And now we just have to go that direction. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. Go, go, go. Okay. We're close to that mob tower. You can hear him right above us. Makes you feel like, oh no, the spider's gonna drop on my head, but nope. Just want you to think they are. They're perfectly contained. Okay. That's a good start. Let's, ugh, my fingers hurt from pushing that shift key. Let's eat something. And let's cobblestone it. Good. Want to see how far. We got 2 diamonds, 1 emerald. So 1 more emerald. And we can get another autonomous activator. Okay. I'm going to take this coal along with some sticks. And we're going to make some torches. Go. More cobblestone. Let's be close when we're on the edge here. Ready, go. There we go. Okay. Slowly making our way outward. And the very first thing we're going to do down here is we are going to make a bunch of power. So we will need a ton of invar to make our engines, our little magnetic dynamos. We are also going to make a ton of those crucibles, so we're going to use clay and the porcelain bone meal type stuff, and we're going to make just a ton of those, so it's just melting lava over and over and over again. We're almost out of this stack, so when we get done with this stack, we'll start making some other stuff. Give us a little break from this very boring build time. So even though this is important, it is certainly not fun to do or to watch. We also need to make sure we take care of that X down there so that we don't spawn zombies that will push us off the edge. There we go. Okay. So we got a little bit of a platform down here. We have the very heavy-footed Lylanthia coming in.
The coughs.
Yeah.
I'm very heavy-footed.
Yeah, I mean, you just about took out the floor underneath you, didn't you feel that?
That's mean.
Just because you're heavy-footed doesn't mean you're any sort of size. Just that you're heavy-footed.
So hey, Avra, what's your favorite video game?
I don't know.
What's your favorite color in Magic?
I don't know. Depends on how you use it.
What's your favorite Magic card? This is how I annoy her.
It's just whatever. Okay. You distracted me from what I was doing. I wanted to
Mine's some
make...
crafts.
What to do. This and bone meal. So I need some bone meal. I have some bone meal in there. Look at that. Bone meal. Clay. Do you have to touch me? It's annoying. Quit.
Okay, I'll leave you alone.
Thank you.
My mom says hi.
That's nice. Okay.
Don't show my underwear to the stream.
Water, 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 water. Clay, clay is what I wanted. So we're going to take this into the pulverizer and we are going to make, so this gravel is going to turn into sand. And then the sand we'll put back in the pulverizer and it will make clay. And then once it makes clay, then we'll break the clay up. How will I make? Just thinking about how to break the clay up so I don't have to do it. We'll have to use one of these dudes. The question is, do I have another emerald? I have 3 diamonds and 1 emerald. Okay, put this up here. Do I have another emerald chilling in here? I do, look at that! Okay, let's make another autonomous activator. We are going to need... What is it we're going to need? We are going to need 3 of these. And let's go over here. So ready? 1, 2, 3. Cobblestone. Iron. And redstone. That gives us a piston. So now, let's see what else do we need? Autonomous. Piston. We need a chest and a pneumatic servo. And some, what's this on the side? Invar. I even have 2 invar. Good. Okay, so we need a chest, which means we need wood. Which I don't think I have any wood. I do not have any wood. Look, I can cut down this thing. Let me go get my axe. Looks like I got my axe over. Get rid of that. Okay, ready, go. See a sapling anywhere? I do not. Guess I'm just not going to get lucky and the sapling won't fall. Just needed 1. So, let's get this sapling. There we go. Okay, so now we've got a little bit of wood. Let's turn that into actual wood, and we'll turn that into a chest. Chest. So we have a chest, we have, and now we need a pneumatic servo. So we need 2 glass. Let me think. So gold, silver, no it's not gold. It's redstone, silver, and glass. Other way around. Pneumatic servo. Then we have pneumatic servo, chest, piston, invar, emerald, diamond. There's our autonomous activator. So now this autonomous activator, we're going to put hammers inside of it, and it's just going to hammer a bunch of stuff for us. So in the meantime, we need ender pearl and wood. Go here. We're going to do a chest and anything. Iron. Maybe a hopper. We have a hopper. We have an ender pearl. What's the last one? Back. The vacuum one. Oh, it's an obsidian. Do I have another obsidian anywhere? I do not. I don't. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. We're gonna go obsidian. There we go, there's our obsidian. So put that in there, and it gives us a vacuum hopper for this guy. Okay, so now let's find a nice, fairly safe place to put all this. I'm gonna do, I don't know if this is the safe place to do it. I'm a little scared to put it there, because what if it goes through the ground? I feel like in here might be a little safer for now. Not what I was hoping for. Let me put it the other way. Give me this guy. Right mouse click until he gets that direction. Good. We are gonna do this here, put this here. Give me this. Fantastic. Now, we're gonna give him a couple of hammers. And the clay. There we go. Okay, so this is the dust. Now the dust, which is annoying, but we're going to have to do it this way. So now what it's going to do is it's going to cycle through. So I have to tell it aim level, cycle through, and it's a right click, left click, left click. And so it'll drop a clay. Maybe it won't. Right click a clay. And then, see, it's not set up correctly. And then it's going to left click. So now it's going to hammer with its little hammers. And then it'll get sucked up there. So unfortunately, we all have to do this part. But I don't have to do the hammering part, which is at least one less big step that I can do. So, let me see. I need my bucket. And then I need some dust. Dust. Also going to need something to eat. Luckily, I have a bunch of carrot juice. Yay, carrot juice. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to go up here. We're going to go there. And water, dust, water, dust, water, dust, water, dust, oh, water, dust, water, dust. Okay, we got a little bit of clay going on here. Now let's pop our clay in there. And we're going to do this. Perfect. There we go. And then in here, some glass going, we are going to pop in our unfired crucibles. There we go. Make sure that's not important. Alright. Just setting up stuff for tomorrow. Gotta go look at another horse. Alright. There we go. Now, the next thing that would be great is if we have an autonomous activator that does the dropping of the clay, which is what I'm doing right now. So then I don't have to do that part either. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, but until then, let's make our crucibles with our porcelain clay. Oh, hold it down. There we go. And bone meal and unfired crucibles. And let's make 20 of them or something like that. That should be fun. Okay, in here we should have dust. We have plenty of dust now. Let's pop in for more gravel. Let's take out our cobblestone there. Just drop off a few things we don't need, like I don't need that. I don't need the sand. Don't really need that. Let's put our dust back in here. Water, dust. Water, dust. And back and forth and back and forth. Luckily, this is the only time you really need clay. And you can automate this process too, I'm sure, but I don't really need to automate it that much. Just need like a stack of clay and then I'm done. Do wish my roller would work properly though. That would be nice. Make the process a little easier. Guess I can always use my mouse. I was a little more coordinated than I am. Alright, let's try that. Alright, ready? Here's our clay. Let's go find our cobblestone. Make sure that that is still making cobblestone. So we are going to need a lot of cobblestone. And here's some more gravel for our thing over there. So then we'll just fill this up with a bunch of stone hammers. Alright, getting there. Almost got ourselves a stack, that's nice. I'm gonna have to go find some more bone meal. We can do that pretty easy. We'll just hop on over here. Oh, looks like our thing is all mucked up. There we go. And we have ourselves bone, which we turn into bone meal, and then clay, and then put our boring bone meal over here. And we have more porcelain. Clay. And that gives us 7 more. So 7, we're at 14. So we're almost there. If I finish up this, we should be pretty close to our 20 that I wanted. That'll at least get us started. We'll power our entire operation. Okay, let's see what we got. This, clay, good. Here, 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 around, over here. Two left. Okay, so unfired clay stuff goes in there. That gets us 18. 3 more things, maybe? Should we do 3 more? Okay. 1. Come on, roller. 2. 3. And then while we're standing here, let's do our carrot juice. Good. Okay. And we'll pop in 3 more clay. Alright. Come in here, take our dust and our clay and make the porcelain. And we'll do this and 2 more goes in here. Boom. And we've got that stuff. Okay, so that's a start. Fantastic. That's a great start. Grab some more cobblestone. And the next thing we're going to want is some, surprisingly enough, we actually want these like little half blocks. I think I want more than that. That'll work. I probably don't need that much. I'd rather have it and not need it, and need it and not have it. Okay, so first of all, we want our power. Where do we want to put our power at? Over here? Over there. Doesn't really matter where we want it. It's just kind of whatever. Okay, so the best way to do this, in my opinion, when I was setting it up before, so we're going to do something like this. Oops, did not want that one. This only needs to be 10 blocks wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 1 more. So we're going to have to build this out a little bit more to get started. And again, I want to add on to this and make a lot more. So we're just making an area for our lava generation that will eventually, we're going to turn that into power generation. Oops. Okay. We'll call that 10. So then we're gonna go do. And these half blocks near the edge are a little scary. because you can walk right over the edge on them since they don't work like normal blocks do. So you want to be really careful over on this edge. And you know what we're going to do is we're just going to put a good little barrier here just in case. Because I do get a little crazy when I'm running around. Make sure that shift key is down. Okay, that's good to get started for now. Okay, so then the next thing that we need, just do this while I'm gone, and up, is we need some lava. Luckily, we have a big bunch of lava right here. Okay. And you can use the full blocks, but I like the half blocks because then I get to see the lava and I don't forget that, hey, I have lava in there. So it goes like this, 1, 2, 3, and then you actually have like lava. Don't get too close. Doesn't want to do it for me. Sometimes I can scoop up this llama, but nope, not gonna work. So when you're up, it's okay. We have plenty of lava up here. Not a big deal. Look at the level. I go out 1 and then go down. There we go. Give us a full thing of lava, hopefully. One more. There we go. Now we have lava. So that's the beginnings of it. And we are going to take no lava. So this is all the lava we have left. Not bad. And we're going to go up here to our crucibles. And down we go. Let's stand on the elevator. And come on, there we go. Our crucibles go right above it. So unfortunately you can't just put it right on top of the lava without accidentally putting it in the lava. So we have to do it this way instead. We have to put these little things here, like that. Okay, and then you go lava, 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 lava. Now, while we're waiting down here, we can actually go ahead and put some... Oh, that was not what I wanted. We can actually put some cobblestone in here. Do not press shift when you do that. And I think it will hold 5 is my guess. It takes 4 to make a bucket of lava. I think the thing holds 5. Good, so now those are going to start creating lava. So we can start filling up lava on this side. And it's going to take a while till they get to that bucket level. So until then, we'll just keep taking it out of here. And we'll start filling up the other side. We'll start at the other end. go. Almost there. Just try not to walk in the lava. Oh, I'm out of lava. Well, we tried. Okay. And when you're not over a full thing of lava, you'll see that it won't be the full amount. So each one of these are saying 0.2, which is good. We should be getting close to... no, we're halfway to a bucket. Alright, well, while we wait, let's eat. We can place these guys. Don't walk in the lava. It is bad for you. Okay. Now we have ourselves. Look. Go on. And we can fill this all full. Good, so that gets us started. Look at that. Now we've got some lava going. 600, 700, so we're almost there. Now right where I'm standing, we actually want to put switches up here. So I need to get rid of all of this, if I remember correctly. Okay, so we need pipes. The switches need to be right here. So let's do one of these like that. So we have to make like a big tunnel with switches. Let me get rid of these. Good. There we go. Okay. So that's a start. All of our switches need to go up there. So I gotta go find 10 switches. Which I can't remember if I left in here. Gonna need item ducts. I'm gonna need food ducts. Switches. Maybe I used all my switches. Maybe I fell and murdered all my switches. That's possible. Let's try this. And some sticks. Some switches. There we go. Let's go get some more cobblestone. Got ourselves some gravel. Let's put our gravel over here. See how we're doing with that. Gravel. 2 more diamonds. We are going to need, is it iron and lead, or is it tin and lead? I think it's tin and lead. Tin. Let's check this out. Or is it copper? So let's do the copper first. Pretty sure it's copper and a bunch of lead. Yep, there's our fluid ducts. So we're going to start with that. And we have our switches. So now, we're going to go down here. And we're going to put all of our switches up here. So we're going to do like switch on. Switch on. And then we also, at the same time, have to lay our... I forgot my wrench. That is also important. Alright, now, these, good. So if you look, you put down a fluid duct, good. You're gonna turn it so the arrows come out, and you can see that they are not lit up, so we gotta add a switch and then turn the switch on, and now it's flowing with lava. So now this lava is coming out of these things and into the tubes. We don't really have anywhere for it to go yet, but we will. We will get there. So turn them on, give it a switch, and switch the switch on. There we go. And switch. Almost there. And then our switch. There we go. Okay, so now all of this stuff has lava, and the lava is coming out right here. So now we have to tell it where to go. And we are going to make it go I think I actually have to make it go up one more. So I can't jump up there to do it. There we go. Send it over here. There we go. And it'll come down, and then I'm going to put something right here for it to catch in. Just have to make sure it's too high. I actually think that that's too high. So when you're trying to get rid of these things, you right mouse click and hold shift to get it off. Okay, so now we're going to do something that is very material intensive. It is called a drum. An empty drum is a cauldron, weighted pressure plates, and a bunch of iron. And the cauldron is just a ton of iron. So this is very expensive, but will hold all the fuel we need to get us started. So this is called a drum. And we're going to put it in here, and we put it right there. Oh, see, I knew I had it too high. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get all of our little tubes back. I don't want to waste our tubes. I know I have a bunch here, but it's important. And so now it has lava in it, and it will come out over here. And we can, you know, put more if we need. But now what I'm going to do, and you can see it's like trying to take it off from here, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to do that. This one, I want it to come out. So right now you can see the fluid duct is empty, and that one has lava in it. So right under where fluid duct is, it says lava. So the lava's going in, but it's not coming out. So when we want it to come out, we're going to take the switch and we turn it on, and now all of a sudden there's lava in there. We can turn it off, but there's still lava in there. And actually, I am going to move this out one more this direction before I go this way. That way I can have them all the way around. Okay, so now the next thing I need is a bunch of these things, the magmatic dynamos. Give me that. While you're standing here, let's do that. So it's 1 to 2 iron to nickel, or ferrous. Copper, tin, there it is, ferrous. Ferrous ingot, which is also nickel. And so we are going to try to chop more broken iron. So now that I have this fancy little crafty thing here, I can actually do wait, not going to work. Ow. Oh yeah, don't stand in front of those things. When you got the hammer in them, they will hurt you and you can die. I have done it before. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is this. There we go. So now it's breaking it, turning it into this crushed iron stuff. broken iron ore. Why, thank you. Craft this to iron ore. Pop that in there. Watch out for our... No, I didn't want to pick that up. Thank you. We have our dust. And our dust. A little glitchy, huh? There we go. So now we have a bunch of this stuff. And we can form it into the dust. And we can pop the dust in there. Now this is just dust. I also want... I want half and half of the nickel. So it says either ferrous or nickel, it's the same thing. Nickel. So we do the same thing with the nickel. Oops. This just goes so fast I can just sit here and do it. Stupid hopper. Okay. We have this guy. We have this guy. Okay, so this is iron ore sand, iron ore dust, nickel sand. So we gotta get the sand out of it. Glitch, glitch. Okay, so here's our iron dust. Here's our nickel. We have a 20 to 14 ratio here. So we need to put in, if we're putting in 20 of these guys, we have to put in 10 of these guys. Oops. And of course it won't let me do it. We want to make sure it mixes, so I'm going to turn this off so that I can make sure it turns into Invar. And in here I can pop this and that. I have crushed stuff in here. Good to know. Let's pop this guy over here. There. On the ground, around the vacuum. Gives us one more. And if I have one more, I can take half of one of these, which is like 1 bar. Here. So we'll do these 3, one of those, one of those. It should work. So you can see molten Invar and iron. Now what's at the bottom will come out first, so I'm going to turn that on. I can make another autonomous activator because I have 2 emeralds and 2 diamonds, so that'll be probably my next project. There we go. 1 ingot of nickel, and so this makes 2 ingots of iron. Just one of these will make 2. And that will melt in there and give us invar. There it is, and now we're just invar. So now, we should get a ton of invar coming in. And while we're waiting, there's our invar right there. While we're waiting, we are going to make some item ducts, which are lead in the middle, and I believe it's tin on the outside. Yeah, it gives us our item ducts. So item ducts are going to be really useful for what we're doing here. And we'll get us going good. Okay. We've got a ton of flint coming in. I can put this coal down here in this furnace. That'll give it somewhere to go. Invar. So we're looking at doing a magmatic dynamo, which is silver, redstone, invar gears with iron centers. Now, I did not leave any iron left over, so that's one of the things I'm going to have to work on. But I can do a bunch of these redstone conduit thingies. Let's do, I guess let's just do 7. Okay. So 7's doable. Except for now I don't have any more redstone left. That was bad on my part. And that means I need 14 of these. It's a lot. To get more redstone, we have to sift dust. So in here, I had a bunch of dust that I put somewhere. There it is. So we're going to sift dust. And it means I have to take some stuff out here. Put it in the things we never use. Amber is one of those things we never use. What is it? Why is it trying to burn coal? What does coal turn into? Probably not something I'm gonna need. There. That'll get rid of some of this. Bone meal. Bone meal is something that sand gives. Cool. Let's see, do we have enough iron for something? Let's see what we got. Iron or... crafting. Make this. Dust. We've got some dust. Now our iron ore dust is going to go in here. That'll give us 4 ingots, which will get us started on some of those wheels. So we'll be able to make 2 magmatic dynamos now. Maybe. I need more redstone though. I forgot about that. So this needs to spit out some redstone. We can probably break up these things that are 64 and give us a little more space in here. You know what I want to do? All this in bar. Okay. Not what I wanted, but that's okay. Redstone. Iron. It's not popped up yet. Oh well. Right? Yep, it's coming in right now. And cobblestone is on the side. Cobblestone. 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. Iron. There's that. We need a silver. Oh, 2 silver. 2 glass. I need to go get glass and a redstone. I don't have a redstone. And they don't have a redstone either. Okay. Oh. Oh, look, it's Lilantha and Tyler, and I was totally not paying attention this whole time. Good job. Hi, guys. Oh, I definitely, this did not get through Feed the Beast. I got it through the Twitch stuff, and it was very difficult. Because when I tried to load up Feed the Beast, it was all like, oh, if you want to play Agrarians, guys, too, you gotta use the new Twitch stuff. And I was like, well, eventually I want to do that, but not right away. So then I did it through the Twitch thing, and then I tried to look for it, and I couldn't find it, so I had to look under mods, and then I finally found it. It was definitely frustrating. But I did it! Yay! Okay, so back to what I was doing. I was trying to make another autonomous activator thing because I'm super lazy, and I just want to be able to put this thing in here and have it go. Okay, so there's that, there's that. Do I have another redstone? Nope, I do not. Dust, come on. Sift that dust. Oh, no, that's not where I wanted that. That goes there. That goes there. There we go. Redstone! Yay! Okay. So now we can do this. We got our silver. I need to bring a thing of glass over here. Right there. This is our pneumatic servo with our piston and our chest and our emeralds, diamonds. Look at that, we got 2 diamonds towards our building one. Yeah! Woot woot! And then we are going to do our in-bar. Look at that, 63 in-bar. That's a good start. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this guy because I'm super lazy and I don't like standing there just pushing stuff in there. We are going to hopefully... Man, it just does not want to pop down there. Okay, try that. It will be right underneath that. There we go. So now all we have to do is give it to this stuff, and then it will go hammer, 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 and it will pop out. See? Yay, automation. And now I just sit here and I'm like, oh, thank you, guys, that was great. And I can even pop it back in there, and then it'll hammer it a second time for me. So I still have to craft it together, but at least I can like set it up so that I can do other stuff. There we go. Okay, so the question is, now that I have this iron, let's see if I can do our magmatic dynamo. So we've got 2 gears, we've got that, and we've got that. So all I need is that 1 redstone. So I gotta wait for another redstone to pop out. Oh look, I have 3. Perfect. That is a start. Magmatic dynamo, yay! So that'll be the plan, is getting all those magmatic dynamos, and I'm gonna put it down like that. So when you place these, they have to be this little tubey thing. Has to be. That's not right. Okay, 1 second. Let me think. We need to go up 1 more so we can get the power out of it. How did I do this before? I can't remember if I did lava in the middle or if I did power in the middle. Because I need to run one of them this direction, one of them that direction. I do that. Okay, so if I do it this way, we're going to do 1 more up. There we go. And 1 more out. And then it needs to be 1 more. Sorry. Future building and all. You have to imagine what it's going to look like when it's all finished, not as you're doing it and whatever is convenient. Because if you do it that way, then you end up having to move everything later. Or just dealing with it, which I don't want to have to do. So now we pop this guy here. The fluid duct is empty because I didn't turn it on. There we go. So now it's sucking up all that lava. It's got our power, and then our power conduit right here will go right there, and we'll just do like a big 3 thing around it, and we'll have power conduit all over the place. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that the power conduit and I don't know what it looks like with the skin. Power. Not power rails. It's, what does it look like? There we go. Hardened leadstone, redstone energy conduit. So these redstone energy conduits are difficult to make, but the leadstone stuff is energy. So it's redstone, square glass, like glass, and then lead. And then this is the leadstone with some invar. And then this is like crazy craftable nonsense that I can't remember how to do. Yeah, you have to do the fluid transposer to get all of that. And you have to make this, which is hardened glass and that. So it is cheaper to run the fluid ducts everywhere rather than running the energy everywhere. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to run it like that way. And then it's going to be this huge square that goes down, and then the energy will come by and pick it up. So that, yeah, that's what I was trying to decide what I wanted to do there. So then our leadstone or redstone energy conduit will be right there. So that's the plan. It's going to take a little bit till we get there though. Now, the next thing we want to do is take our igneous extruder and move it. So we're going to need some item ducts. I thought I made some item ducts. Yeah, I have them right here. Okay, so now we have to figure out how to put more cobblestone in here, which means we've got to put item ducts all over. over here. Okay, and so you can see that the blue says it's just gonna drop cobblestone in. You don't actually need to power these. They're powered because the switches are right on the other side of them, but not a requirement for this stuff. Let's do that. There we go. Oops. It's that glitch again where it just kind of like glitches out and then it's like, oh, you wanted like 5 of these, right? It's like, no. Just wanted you to work like normal, real time. Thank you. Not laggy time. Okay, so now we are going to do, let's see, I don't need that one. Okay, and then our igneous extruder is going to sit right there. So I don't really need a new one, so I'm just going to go up here and steal this one. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take anything out of it. Well, not everything, but hopefully it didn't fall off the side. Hopefully I don't fall off the side. There we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we should have our igneous extruder here. Pop this down here. And now, igneous extruder goes, it's hard to see. Probably reach it, but like that. Okay, so now, so you can see the blue arrow going towards it. We actually want stuff to come out. And then we also need to tell it here we want stuff to escape you. So blue is in, red is out. Yep, and this one, it doesn't have anything extra. So it's, this is red saying output, this is blue saying input. So we could pipe lava on one side and water on the other. Like if we had some sort of water going this way, and we had lava over there, or we could pump this lava in there. Actually, let's go ahead and do that for a minute. Once I get it full, because I'm just doing cobblestone, and I actually need to have it, keep it hooked up, but it won't hurt it. So you do this, you do this, good. We need to double check. So on the inside, see the blue is coming on the left. And now you're like, what? Why isn't there lava in there? What's going on? And you go up here, and then you got to remember to change the arrow. Oh, no, that doesn't work. So this is lava. Should be an input and output. Why isn't it doing it? Lava. This is the front, right? What'd I do? How odd. Should work. Needs to go in. Have lava. What'd I do? Input. That is the front, right? Yeah, that's the front. Well, that should work. Not sure why it's not working. Weird that it's not working. I can be weird and do it this way too. Let's see if it comes in now. Huh. Very strange. Configuration. Go in. It's the back. I have it ignoring the redstone. Sometimes the redstone will keep it from going in when it's like supposed to automatically, and you switch a redstone switch on and it says, oh, it means ignore it, right? Disable or ignore. I'm saying just don't worry about it. Well, I'm not going to worry about it too much because, again, I don't really care if it's... One millibucket. Oh, okay. All of it's being transported in there. How frustrating. Well, that is... I'm sure I've just got one button that I didn't push or something like that. I'll have to think about it. But that usually works just fine without it being a problem. Okay, let's go back up. And we need to get some water. And that will start our whole power thingy going. Click up there. Good. Look at that. So we've got cobblestone. Cobblestone goes down. It's going to start filling these guys up. See, now it's got some cobblestone in it. And it'll start pumping out that lava and filling up this drum. And then that lava is going to go into the magmatic dynamo, fill it up, and then make power. So that's the start. So there's going to be our big power. At some point we'll get it going so that we're doing, this power is actually going to get used for something. For now, it just looks pretty. We've got some pulverized gravel over here. Let's give it something to do. Oh, not cobblestone, gravel. There we go. I am going to move our pulverizer down below, along with this, and this, and this. There we go. Okay. We are going to do this. The leadstone conduit stuff. That's a lot of leadstone. Such a waste. Because I don't think, I guess I can get it powered like that. Yeah, it likes it. Not great, but it likes it. It's fine for now. Such a waste, but whatever. Okay. Also, I would love it if I could turn it so it faces me. Yeah, these ones don't turn. Okay. So now I have a pulverizer going. Ooh, I can even pipe cobblestone into it so it's just like continuous. Let's do that real quick. This is not a permanent setup. This is just for now so I can get some materials automated. Okay. So here's our pulverizer. Helps when we face it. It's going to take in cobblestone from the right, put it in here, and it's not doing anything else with anything else. Good. So it's just taking in cobblestone, and then I'm taking the gravel away for now. And for now, I'm going to put the gravel over here. And this guy. And he does it. He goes shake, shake, shake. Let me take all this stuff out of here. So now that's empty. We're going to take our autonomous activator. Remember, shift, right? Shift and right click will pop it up. It sent it to our vacuum hopper, which then popped it in there. Okay, and we're going to take our vacuum hopper with us. And we're also going to take our sifter with us. And I think I have enough room in my inventory to move all of this stuff. Just barely. Nope, I do not. Let me get rid of some of this stuff I don't need. this or that. So close. Also don't need that. There we go. Okay. So now we'll go down here, and directly from this pulverizer here, we are going to set it up so that we have autonomous activator going. I'm going to put it like over here for now. Right, that's a nice straight line. Nope. There. Now it's a straight line. Okay. So from here, we'll do this. We're going to put in our sieve. And then we're going to put in our autonomous activator, which just says shake, shake, shake. It's definitely facing the wrong way. So we're going to just, no shift or anything, we're just going to right click until it's facing the right way. There we go. So it's facing towards our sifter. Then we're going to take this gravel and we're going to pipe it in. So that means we need to change the arrow here. So it's going to come out this side. It's going to send it into our autonomous activator, which is going to take stuff from the back input. See? Gravel's coming in. Gravel's leaving. There we go. Gravel comes in. Then it shakes it. It's already working. We are going to need to get up here so I can put this down into our hopper. Our hopper is going to pop it out this way into our chest. There we go. And we have to change. God, I still have switches on me. We have to change the arrow on this. Oops. Like that. As you can see, it's not getting rid of anything. So we need to be creative here and turn it on. We have to give it power so it'll actually send it out. Now all that stuff will come into this chest. It doesn't take this or this. That's all the powder stuff. Okay, so there. Our thing is pretty automated. It comes in here, it goes in there, it sifts up, and then all the ores are going to get down here. So there's the beginning. Now I like this setup, but I don't like it right here because I'm going to put all my power right here. So I've got to, in the meantime, be building stuff outwards. Because I mean, like, kind of over here, you can see how much space this takes up. So we're going to try to push it a little bit more away from me, this direction, without getting close to that water. Also want to start doing the sand. I need to do the dust so I can get some redstone. The sand is not super important right now. I don't need anything out of it for the stuff that I'm making. But I am going to want to probably make that just a little bigger, since I am going to be leaving this to just run for a little while. Let's see if I have any more wood. I do. Let's make that chest a little bigger, and then we will work on other stuff. There we go. Fantastic. Let's what's the next big project? I mean, so building is definitely a thing. Just building outwards is not fun. Gravel, gravel. Have a little bit of cobblestone to work with. We also have to be careful that we don't get too gooped up on sand here. Eventually I'll be doing something with all that sand and getting it sifted as well, but I don't have enough pulverizers and all that stuff for it. But I do want to know if I can do, let's see, I have 2 diamonds here. So I would really love a building one. I have 1 diamond there. Sift faster! 2 diamonds, 2 diamonds. Okay, I have 4 diamonds. I am halfway there to my thing. Oh, we have a troll in chat? I don't like trolls. Sorry. Okay. What do we want to do? Take our iron ore. We can make more iron for now. We just really need some of those, I know what we can do. Let's find our book. Where's our quest book at? There is our quest book. Okay, we take our quest book. And let's look at this. So we can make plastic sheets. I feel like that's pretty easy. I don't think it's hard. Plastic sheets, which is raw plastic, which is heated up rubber bars. And how much did it want? Just 1 plastic sheet. So our heated up rubber bar, probably 4. Let's do that. That should be easy. Auto brewer. One of those sifters. Aqueous accumulator. That is a good thing. Let's do that one. Aqueous accumulator. Three. There we go. Okay, in here. Raw plastic. So we have plastic sheets. Which goes here. We get to claim a reward. Yay! Fun stuff. Now let's check what our fancy bag is. Maybe they did something cool. A potion flask that has regeneration. Not interested really. This will come in useful at some point, I think. And we have a bunch of rubber saplings over here, which is fun, I guess. Yeah, we'll do that. Now, we wanted the aqueous accumulator. That one I think we can do pretty easy. Aqueous. Machine frame, pneumatic servo, some tin, glass, and a bucket. So, take glass down here. Machine frame is iron, gold in the middle, glass in between. Okay. Pneumatic servo is redstone in the middle, glass on the edges, and silver up and down. What else did it say? bucket, and tin. I have a bucket. I can have my bucket. I can always make another one. And then we wanted glass and tin, which is here. Good, there's our aqueous accumulator. Now these work best when they are completely surrounded by water. But they pretty much just suck the moisture out of the air, as they say, when they're explaining what it is. So we're going to put it right here. It doesn't really need any power or anything. Just sucks stuff up. So that's all there is to it, and it will just accumulate water. This is not a great place for it, but that's the current place that I have it in. So that's where it's going to be. And I will move it later. But it does get us one of our quests. Yay! And we get to claim a reward. There's our music. Woohoo! And then it moves us on to the steam dynamo, which is powered by like wood and water or something. I don't know. I don't usually use it. I skip straight to the other one. Okay. But let's work on our steam dynamo. So here, dynamo, compression, reactant, magmatic steam dynamo is made out of one of those. Okay, I have one of those. Copper. And copper is just copper all the way around. I think I have enough copper for that too. Good. Then we have our transmission, our redstone, and there is our steam dynamo. So then we hit this guy, and it says, yay, claim reward. Woohoo! Okay, and then we already have our pulverizer, so we're going to claim our reward. And we're going to do auto packager. So this one is really nice, and it's something that we need to use so that we can put all 4 of those things instead of me crafting it. This will actually do it for me. So I am going to need like 3 of those. 1 for the gravel, 1 for the sand, 1 for the dust. So those will be useful. But let's open up our bags. We have reward bag. We got an elevator. That's useful. Cheap, but useful. We got a bug. And we got saltpeter. Okay, I think the saltpeter is useful later. I don't think it's useful right now, though. And we'll put it in this chest up here that we're going to build with stuff I don't need right now. Okay, take that, give ourselves another life. Yay, we have 4 lives now. I also don't need the steam dynamo at the moment. This hammer is lovely. It's fortune +3, so it's actually going to be useful if we put it in here. And that will make more stuff pop out when it hits. Okay. This little setup I can also move down. Let's do that. Make sure you don't get too close to this bottom one because it will hit you. There we go. There we go. Okay. And in here we're going to go sand, sand. Okay. So now, jump down here. We're going to do this. And again, remember, this stuff's all temporary. We are going to move it and make it more permanent. But for now, it works. I'm going to do... That is not where I wanted that. I'm going to do this here. guy goes here. We gotta spin it around so it's facing this way. We're gonna give this guy, oh man, I hit it. We're gonna give this guy all of his hammers back. And he's gonna hit at level, and it is a left click. And then that one is gonna drop all that stuff. Then over here, we're gonna put that there. We're gonna make it come out the back. Now I can see it. And now I can put a chest right there. Apparently I can't walk through here. There we go. I don't think I need that block right there. Okay, up. Up. There we go. And in here, we're gonna do, so I needed some chests. The chest here. And then we are also, while we're up here, we're gonna do our auto packager so we can figure out how that works. Auto packager. It is 3 pistons, a crafting table, a reception coil, which is gold, and iron. Wow, that's expensive. So, scratch that idea. We need some iron first. Put our chest here. Let's see what we got in here. Need some iron. And we'll put that in there. And now we have our iron sand. Just gonna go in there. Iron. Didn't I just put some iron in here, I thought? Maybe not. I don't know. Now we have a bunch of iron. Just put one back. Okay, so that's good. That gives us some iron, and then we'll go make some iron bars with that. Like that. And then we will go and chop some trees. Yay, trees. Try not to fall off the edge here. Our rubber sapling. Okay. Now, we are going to need more redstone. That is our next unfortunate project that we have to do. Which means we need sand. So, gotta go get some sand. I'm gonna start sifting that. Let's go down here. And hi, we're gonna take all the gravel out of you and put sand in only. And this has gotta stop. We're gonna stop sending stuff out. We're only gonna send out the sand. It's going to take a little bit for it to catch up. Actually, that was fine. It didn't take too long. Okay, so now it's only sifting sand things. So now all the sand things are going to come in down here. Oh, except for that's not what I want either. I want it to sift dust. Oh, my bad. Okay. So we're gonna do this. Sift the sand, please. So it'll give it a bunch of dust. And that's what we want. We want our dust to leave like that. It will come in here. And now it will start sifting the dust. There we go. And that will give us our redstone, hopefully. Ooh, we can make cactus fruit too. Cactus juice. So we don't have to do anything for our... I mean, we already got carrots out here. But, cactus juice will just come in. Be easy to get. Okay, we want our juicer, our carrots, carrot juice. Sounds good. Now, just need to get a bunch of redstone dust. We've got iron, we've got our wood. We only need 3 of these things, but that's fine. So I'm looking for 3 redstone dust, and then we can go back to sifting gravel. So far, no luck. This might be a problem. We're still working on our dust, so that's okay for now.
Brandon.
Get all of our sand out of here. No more. Gold dust. Limestone. So limestone has this thing, when you break it with a hammer, it will actually give you extra. It'll give you like 2 limestone. So far, I have not found limestone to be very useful. There's like one like lime water type thing you can make. But pretty much if you ever get any limestone, you can just build with it. It is plentiful and everywhere. But I guess while we wait for our thing, we don't have a big buildup of cobblestone either. Not yet. We will. Once these things all fill up and that finishes doing that, it'll build up. I almost always have like a cobblestone thing. This guy. Alright. Let's go over here. Let's take a look. What's he doing? Yep, good. Still working on our sand over there. Nothing going on there. Still no redstone dust. We'll eat. 1, 2. Do not walk in front of that one. And let's just plug out. See, I do it every time. Every time I make one of those, I always do that. Just not paying attention. Okay, make sure shift is down. Click, 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 click. And there. Do this again. Click, click, click. Don't fall in the water. There we go. There, look, I've got like a little well. And that way if I accidentally fall in, I won't fall through it. Alright. Torch, torch. Never have enough torches. Alright, let's check this out. Alright, we've gone back to gravel, so we are going to do this instead. Oops. Get rid of our gravel there. Still doing dust. Turn this off so it stops sending stuff through. It can send the yellow through the dust, that's fine. It'll pulverize sand. And the dust will go through. And the sand will stay. Okay. Oh, there's our 3 redstone. Okay, never mind. I don't even care. We can keep doing that. I don't care. Blup, blup. Red. And here we go. Gravel, 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 sand, gravel, gravel. And there's just a bunch for me. Fantastic. Let's check this out. Igneous extruder is fine. Alright. Let's make our packager. Now, packager, we needed 3 pistons. It helps if I don't put gravel in there, and instead I put cobblestone. There's our 3 pistons. Alright. Now, packager, see, we have 3 pistons. We have a crafting table. That one's pretty easy. Crafting table. Iron, and this redstone reception coil, which I haven't made yet, so I need 2 more redstone and a gold ingot. Dang. Ugh. Okay, it's back to the grind. Let's see if we can get this dust to give us through 2 more redstone. Doesn't seem to be in our cards. So, dust, dust, dust. Let's pull all this stuff out. Let's turn this part off so it stops sending stuff over. I wanted to turn it completely off so it just sends dust over. And then while it's doing that, we can make more dust here. So it takes a little bit for it to catch up because it's got it running through the pipes. And then this dust can go in there. And we only have to do this so we get 2 more redstone, and then we can move on to something different. I don't like any of these organizational things. That's okay. Guess I'm not really meant to like them, am I? Oh well. Redstone. Must be getting late. Alright, in the meantime, why don't you start pulverizing this? We'll make some more in case it doesn't pop out. Still no redstone. Alright, in the meantime, we will do, not gravel. Gravel's not useful here. Bunch of cobblestone. And we'll start spreading it. I think I've got enough space this way. I think I just need to go that way with it now. We'll like make this whole area amazingly huge. Let's go this way. And then we'll get back to that gravel. And when we get to the gravel, we'll hopefully be able to pull in 4 more diamonds and be able to make our builder's wand. Won't that be nice? And then this job will be a lot easier. There is a wand in the Thaumcraft stuff that I really like, and it keeps, you like flick it and you can change from one thing to the next. So later on when I'm like, man, I have all this limestone and nothing to do with it, and I really need all my cobblestone back, I can just like hit this cobblestone with a wand and it will just replace it all. It takes a lot of energy if I remember correctly, but it's totally worth it. And it's so cool to watch it just like change. It's like, yes, all of this cobblestone now gets replaced with a limestone in my inventory, and it gives me all my cobblestone back. So that's nice when you get into later game and you're like, I made all this stuff out of this thing that I actually need now. So that's useful. Alright, we got our stuff back, so we can fix this. We can just send our stuff that way. Let's go back to just letting it eat the cobblestone up. Maybe it doesn't want to do that. It's thinking about it. It says maybe. I guess you can just continue on your merry way doing that then. Gravel, 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 sand, gravel, dust stuff. That's fine. Okay, and then let's go finish our auto packager, which now takes a bunch of redstone. And that's good to know, because, yeah, I need that. And a gold one. Okay, so we have our reception coil, our crafting table, our 3 pistons, and the rest of it is iron, which I have some. There's our auto packager. So now, our auto packager, which is going to need power, by the way, you can put your auto packager either on this one right here or this one right here, which I like to use it. You've got to use it with one chest because it's only going to take from that chest right there. And I believe it goes from left to right. There's not a lot of options on this guy. He just is an auto packager. So he's going to need power. So we got to figure out how to get the power from there to there. That's one of those things we're going to have to work out once we figure out our official setup. Which we're going to move all of this over a little bit, I think. Maybe. I'll figure it out. But yeah. So from here, let's see, we have a 64 thing of gold. For instance, let's take, well, I guess I can't do anything because it doesn't have any power. I was going to show you how it works, but oh well. Not going to work that way. Just pop that in there. Anything else in here that's 64? Let's do that one. And that one's 64. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that looks better. Got some dust here. I'm going to take all the dust up above. Dust. And what's this guy got? He's got a bunch of this crushed stuff in here. Let's take him out of here. I'm going to move him down there. He can go into right on the other side of the auto packager. Again, it's not where it's all going to stay, but for now it's kind of nice to have it all out there, so all I have to do is move it over when I'm ready. But it's going to go into a chest like this. So this is how the auto packager works. You're going to go from left to right. Pretty sure. It might be the other way around. We can always test it. It's got to be powered, so I'm going to pipe in power from the top. And then, so the hopper's going to take in all these crushed ores and these dusts. It'll go through the auto packager, and then it'll turn into the cubes. And then those cubes are going to send it on to the next set of stuff that's going to smash it. Weird leg. That's all my stuff. Okay, so then I just packaged this stuff up so we can do that. There we go. Over here we've got this stuff, that stuff, that stuff. Anything else at 64 yet? No. Got one more redstone over here, that's good. Okay. And we are hungry yet again, let's fix that. Alright. Come on, I clicked it, there we go. Got this gravel here that we don't need. And we'll pop our gravel in there. Now the other thing that, if you want this to go faster, you can surround this whole sieve right here with autonomous activators. So you can get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on it. So it'll be 3 on this side, 3 on this side, 3 on that side, and 2 on this side. And they'll just sit there and they'll go pop, 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 and it'll go really fast. Sometimes it'll get so fast that you just can't keep up with it. It's got so much going into it. Yeah, see that cobblestone thing cut off. Now it's full. So that's a thing. Also, if we want both of these to go in, we make it this pink color, and now both of these will go through here. So now it'll do both sand and gravel, and then it's got some leftover dust from when I put it in there before. This can also go in there. Got ourselves another redstone. Nice. Alright. So we just gotta kind of let that work. We gotta pick a new project. We got our auto packager, so let's find our reward for that. Here we go. Claim reward. Half a heart and 2 of these quarter hearts. Full heart. It gives us life number 5. And then, let's see what else we can do. What's our next mission? We got that stuff going. We have to make a harvester, a sludge boiler, envarsicle, planter, harvester. Yeah, let's do the planter next. I don't have a lot of room. I want to do that up here, I think. So let's look at the harvester. The harvester is plastic sheets, machine frame, shears, and then a redstone. Yeah, it's going to be gold. So we're going to need a lot more redstone. How about instead of the harvester, we look at the planter real quick. It's going to be something similar. It's 2 pistons, a machine frame, and this thing. So I think I have enough for that. Let's make 2 pistons. Oh, I'm short on rats. I need to get more wood. So there's 1 piston. Let's see if I have more wood up here. I don't think I do. Oh, I do. Look at that. Let's use it. And 2 pistons. We've got to do our reception coil, which is I'm gonna need one more redstone. We were so close. We almost had it. Let me chop this stuff down real quick. Oh, an apple. Good. That's good, because I definitely was missing one of my oak saplings. I like to keep one just in case. I mean, not like I can't find it again, but whatever. It's good to have. Alright, now, I need 1 more redstone, and then I can make this planter, and that'll just plant trees for me, which will be nice. And then I can make the harvester, which will harvest the trees for me. So, planter... Okay, redstone. I was coming down here to check to see if I have any more redstone. I do not. No more redstone for me. Let's take this crushed stuff out of here and put it in there. That's nice. Let's do that. Gold ore. Gold ore is always nice to have. Oh, there was something in there that I wanted. That. There we go. Okay. Now, put this up here and go copper. No more diamonds yet. What are we working on? A little bit of everything, it looks like. Alright, well, guess we just keep building outwards while we wait for all of that. Eventually we'll be getting more stuff, is my hope. Someday we'll get our wand, and it will be wonderful. Okay. There we go. Alright, so now I guess, what do we want to do? If this is where the power is going to go, this is where the power conduit is going to go. I want a huge space. And this is where all this stuff has to start. Or I can start it over here. Probably want it directly across from it. So I want to take all of this stuff and I want to move it 3 spaces this way. I think that's the plan. Okay, that means... otherwise I think I can keep it here. Maybe 4 spaces. Let's go with 4 spaces. I feel like that'll be easier. There's also this thing called a dolly you can make. Let me see if I can get that. It lets me move things around without... so it's iron and a wood plank. And I can move these chests around without having to empty them. I find them very useful. Wood plank. And a bunch of iron. There we go. I find that very useful. Okay. So let's move this. There. That'll work. Stop sending it places. 1, 2. Unfortunately, the dollies won't work on the pulverizer. Alright, so now I'm going to do this. Now, if I wanted to put an extra pulverizer or an extra autonomous activator in, I want to put it there. So this is actually the vacuum guy. Vacuum. And then we have to make sure we turn it on. Yeah. Okay. Now, our sieve. So we could have autonomous activator there and there. Like that. All the way around. I don't actually need anything. Well, I guess I could have one underneath it, so yeah. And I could have one above it if I wanted to, so I don't really need this block then. Okay. So now we need, this guy's going to come in and he's going to hit it. We need to turn him around. Good. And he's going to start doing his tap, tap, tap with all of our stuff. For now, we're just going to pipe it in from over here since I don't want to make the redstone yet. And like that. There. Oh. That too. Okay. Now we've got to remember how to change this. So we're going to hop up. It's got to be right above it. Try not to hit that guy. Alright. Not what I was going for. There we go. And then we're going to put our switch in. There we go. So now it'll move. Fantastic. So it should just be popping out of there. Excellent. Okay, so I have one moved. Okay. Now, right here, is where our, we've got to take one of these packages or packagers. So we're going to take this packager right here. And this packager, where'd it go? Did it end up in there? Did it end up in here? Please don't tell me it just disappeared. There it is. Ah, got sucked up by the other vacuum thing. So this guy is going to take like ores and stuff from here, and he's going to package it into this chest right here. When it gets power. It doesn't have power yet, but it will. Once it has power, then it will pop over to here, and then it'll go into these guys right there, which means I need a little more space. I've only got 36 cobblestone, so let's take a little bit more. Which means I need, yeah, maybe another 60, pretty deep at least, something. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now, figure out how to plug that hole. We are going to take, nothing in there. I'm going to take all this stuff out of here. Otherwise it'll end up going everywhere. There we go. It's safe now because I deactivated it, took all the hammers out of it. Got our autonomous activators here. So now this, it's going to pipe it from here and up to here. And we're going to put in autonomous activator. This guy is going to spit it out, and this guy is going to hammer it. Now this one, we don't want anything going in and out of there, and we want stuff coming out of there. So we're going to put our thing there. Yeah, once it gets packaged, it'll go in there. So that one's going to right mouse click, drop it. It's going to left mouse click, and all of our hammers will do the work. Then we're going to have this guy's going to suck it up and send it. Whoa, I'm really close to the edge. Try not to fall off. There we go. Okay. There we go. Not perfect yet. Still not a lot of space, but it gives me a little bit better. A little bit more room to build this stuff. Okay, make sure we don't walk in front of that. Give myself a little more cobblestone here. Fantastic. And since I don't have this being piped anywhere else for the moment, I'm going to just pop this down here. And have it pipe into this for now. I do need to give it a switch, so it will do that. Actually, I don't think I do when I don't have a pipe. If I have a pipe involved, then I think I need the switch. But if I don't have a pipe involved, then it just does it automatically. Yeah. And this is saying that it's unhappy because it feels like it's full. There we go. Awesome. So we go over here, and we're just going to take our cobblestone. Both of this stuff can go in there. That's fine. And no redstone yet, so it's just going to work its magic over there. See if anything has stacks of 64. Not yet. Okay, so now we need to work on... I can't because I don't have any redstone. It's going to work on piping some of this power over. I don't have enough redstone to do that. How about we make... I know pulverizers take a lot of redstone too. But if I can get... Because it goes from cobblestone to gravel, from gravel to sand, from sand to dust. So we need 3 pulverizers. And I only need 4 more redstone. 6 more redstone to do that. So let's concentrate just on sifting dust. Have it just take that. And see if we can get 6 more redstone so that I can get some pulverizers, 2 more pulverizers going so I can get more redstone. Here I have 1. Okay, so I need 5 more redstone. Otherwise, let's start making our pulverizers. I need 2 more machine frames. I'm not going to have enough iron. Go. I need 1 more iron and then I'll have it. The other thing that we can be working on, which goes along with the harvester, is so the harvester will the planter will plant the trees, the harvester will harvest the trees, and then we can take it and we can make all that wood into these barrels. And it's this called this better barrel. So it takes wood, it takes a slab, and it takes a chest, and it makes this huge barrel, which is really important for this stuff up here, because you can see this is probably getting like super backed up right now. There's a heart. It will get backed up, so it'll take like all of these stupid rotty fleshy things, and it will make them into like one big spot where I can put them all. And then we'll automate a lot of this stuff too. It just takes a lot of materials. And it's nice if we can get those materials going. Here's our iron. Okay, there's our other machine frame. Then for our pulverizer, flint, copper, the reception coils, and the pistons. So I can make one. I have 2 pistons. I think I made them for something else. I have 2 pistons. I have these piston, machine frame, so I need a reception coil. So I literally only need 3 more of those things. 3 more redstone. Because it's a transmission and this is the gold one. Damn. If I'm done with that. Yeah, you don't want to accidentally eat this zombie meat. It's not good for you. Get some of that stuff out of there. Let's go see. See if we get 2 more dust. Redstone dust, come on! There we go. Excellent. Let's check this out. Still working on our dust. Okay. So now we're gonna do get those. 1 more gold. Excellent. Now I don't want to carry this stuff in my inventory. Pistons, machine frame.
Hello, hello.
Oh,
So this was Avra Plays Minecraft, but now it's Lilanthia Plays Everything Else.
okay.
I'm just kidding.
What
I'm gonna
else
go
are
to
you
bed soon.
playing?
I have absolutely no idea. Magic the Gathering.
Oh, okay.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Have fun. Well, it's just you, me, and Tyler on here, so
Yeah, that's fair.
not a big deal.
Well, I'm going to sleep soon.
Okay.
I'll leave the Twitch app open though.
Okay. I shouldn't play for much longer. Should probably stop in about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Let's all get sucked in.
Yeah.
Redstone conduit, this one right here. So a bunch of redstone, lead, and glass. Not yet. So we need 6 redstone, and then we can make it work. Or we can cheat. Let's cheat. Just to get it going. We'll cheat. We'll do this. Okay, so now we're going to do this. We're going to make it go out, that's the bottom, out the back. So it's going to go out the back. It's going to come in from the side. And it's it's going to go out the side. So now we have gravel coming in, sand going out. And then I have to make another one of these magmatic dynamos. But it will have sand coming in. And I guess we'll send it out the bottom. And I need to make my item duct like this. There. And change it so it does that, and that, and that. Oh, that's not going to work. Because I gotta put power down there. We'll just do it this way. Too many. Try again. Again, not a permanent situation. What I'm going to do is move the pulverizers up here. What's wrong? There we go. Now it's working. Yeah, sometimes it just gets very unhappy about where the items are in these chests. And you have to kind of manually move them away from the top. That'll work. Okay, so yeah, these pulverizers are just going to move like this way, and that'll give us more space to get our power and stuff in there. But until then, maybe we'll sit here. So let me go get another magmatic dynamo, and we will be able to send. So this, we're going to send out the top. I can't get up there. There we go. There we go. So now, if we look at it, the dust should go out the top and get put in there. Here, pulverizing sand. Here, pulverizing gravel. Here, we're going to just we're going to stop sending gravel out for now, and I will just keep filling this up so I can get rid of all this gravel at the moment. And this should be sending it out the top into there. Looks like that will be sending it out there. It doesn't want to go. You might have to force it. I can't force it out. It is out the top, right? Yeah. Come off the side. I was doing it without a thingy before. Okay, so I need to get dust. Odd. Okay, I need to get that magmatic dynamo working. And it takes like, what, 19 Invar? Something like that. There's our 2 wheels. Goes here and here. And here. And then Invar like that. Beautiful. Okay, there. I thought we weren't going to have enough, and we had just enough redstone to do it. because I pre-built some of that stuff. So it's going to go here. So now it should work. So we'll pulverize that. It will send everything out. This should be sending sand over there when it gets to it, and dust out the top. It doesn't really want to do that for some reason. I might have to put a switch on it. Just don't really want to do that. Yeah, that's not the right spot. It could have been over a little bit, and it would have worked. There. That should work now. Okay, our dust goes in there. Sand. Ugh. This is making gravel. The gravel is going over here. Gravel is being received, turned into sand. Sand is moving over. And dust should be going up. The dust also needs to be moving, but won't move on its own. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. So until then, we need to make it move. See, this dust still doesn't want to go when it's powered to make it work. That one goes, that one goes, that one comes in. Dust. Huh. Funky. It should work. It's powered. It's telling it to do it directly. It doesn't want to go. How odd. This one is also not sending it. Because I'm telling it, go out that direction. Weird. Okay, so let's make sticks and cobblestone levers. Yes, I will go through a ton of levers while I'm making all of this stuff. Usually a stack of levers is useful. There we go. See if that works. Spit it out. These are items. I think it's going. I think it's just going really slowly. Thought it was not working. It has power. Weird. Why aren't you working?
That was a good time. Oh, it kicked me off your watch list.
I can't figure out why it won't send this dust over.
I have no idea.
Yeah, me either. I did it right. So it pulverizes it, and then it says, put this out to the left. And out to the left is the pipe.
I don't know, but I left the sink running.
Oh. Okay.
I wish I could help you.
I know. Wish I could help me too. I just don't know why it won't go. Wonder if it's... Yeah, this shouldn't make a difference. Now it only has one way to go. Nope. Did not make a difference. Okay, now let's turn it on. Come on, just move. Here. That's why. I was so dumb. Man, I should have checked that before. Duh. Whatever. Oops. I don't do that. It's just a waste. Okay. So now let's check. Yeah, see, you don't even need the switches when you do this. Just have to make sure that the receiving and, yeah. There we go. Yeah, this guy just was not happy because I had him on red instead of blue. Now he'll receive, and he'll be just fine. And there's our 6 redstones, so we can start doing other stuff. Okay, so... I must not have put it in my inventory. Redstone! So what I really want to do is make the energy conduit that is this stuff. Redstone energy, which is electrum and hardened glass. And then with that, you can make this stuff. You've got to fill it with the destabilized redstone, which is a ton of redstone. So I guess I'll just get the stuff set up, and then I'll work on that part, I think. So instead, we'll just go with the really cheap leadstone, and then you just add Invar to it to make it better. It's hardened energy conduit. So this is just glass, I believe. Nothing special. Yeah, just glass and lead. So we'll go with that and the glass. I don't think it needs to be hardened, I hope. And that gives us a little bit. So again, not the best, but will hopefully get us going closer to what we want here. We're just looking for a ton of redstone is what we're hoping for. So I think in the meantime, just be looking at another autonomous activator and pulverizers. So I'm gonna need, so I have 1 for the gravel, and then so this would be like the desk setup, and I need 1 for the gravel and 2 for the sand. So I need 3 more pulverizers. Is the plan overall. And I think that's where we're going to start, and then we'll make the rest of these things. Autonomous activators are good. I would really like to get one that's set up for the gravel next. Don't walk off the edge. Scary, scary. So we're going to need ourselves a piston. We need a chest. No, not for this. Never mind. I know that these are pistons, but I can't remember the rest. So I need a pulverizer. 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 Machine frame. Ooh, that's gonna be tricky. I don't have enough iron. And a redstone reception coil. So 2 redstone, 2 iron. Let's see what we can scrounge up from down here. Do you have enough iron yet? Let's see what we have. Iron. Pop our iron in there. Iron. Iron. That will give us more iron to work with. Fantastic. And then this can go back in there. Or something. There. That'll work. Alright, go back up. More iron. Now, glass, 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 glass. Gold. Where'd our iron go? Iron, iron. We have a piston. We need a redstone and some flint and some copper. 2 flint. Nope. 2 copper. And 1 gold. 2 redstone. Let's go get some redstone. See if we popped it in here yet. Nope. We got our dust, and we're sifting. You know, one of the things that you can do if you're bored, you just sit here, and you just sit here and you sift it. Yeah. It helps it go faster. Otherwise, you're sitting here and it's like 1, 2, and this goes. It does use a lot of energy though, so. Oh, there's a redstone. 1 more. There we go. Got our redstone. Okay, let's go back up. Pop. Okay, and up here we finished with our iron. So machine frame. Nope, almost. Redstone. Reception coil, piston, machine frame, and flint. Wonderful, we got ourselves another pulverizer. Good. Okay, so now we gotta redo all of this stuff again. We're gonna take this guy out. Wonderful. Now, we're gonna take this guy out, and this guy out, and we're gonna go pop, and get all this stuff out of here. So now, we got, alright, looking good. So our leadstone conduit, right here. Good. It's gonna be tricky. I'm gonna go here. For now. That'll work. Our pulverizers. So we're gonna go pulverizer 1, 2, 3. And then on this side, we're going to just set up 1 for now. Again, not our permanent setup, but for now this will work. So in here you're going to have your gravel, and here you're going to have your sand. In here you have your cobblestone. So this guy, gonna go up, over. Good. So now what's going on? I think I got that wrong. It's okay. For some reason sand is coming. Oh, probably from the other side. Okay, so this way, red goes that way. Blue comes in. Yellow goes out the bottom. Power. Blue. So for instance, cobblestone comes in. Now this one, gravel comes in, sand goes out, dust goes out the bottom. This one, sand comes in, dust goes out. Dust, 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 dust. Get rid of that. Something like that. Dust goes out. Hey. Yeah. And then the dust is going to come in over here. Excellent. So we've got cobblestone coming in, goes into here, goes in there. Now this one will be tricky because I can't get the sand out of there. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. Now in here, cobblestone comes in from the top, and got enough space. Okay. So here you're gonna get your cobblestone comes in and turns it into gravel. And then your gravel, give it some space here. Alright, that's enough space. Oops. Make sure it's all the same. So it goes up to here, and then it comes down. And then you have an autonomous activator here. So we need 2 more vacuums, 2, 3 more. Actually, I want to push it. Okay, so because what I want is this to be the gravel, and then this to be the sand. So it's going to have to move 2 spaces this way. Or 1 space that way, but 2 spaces is fine. And then everything will be the same from there on. So I need another autonomous activator, which I don't have enough diamonds for. I could steal the one that's over there though. I could let's steal this one right here for now. Come on, where'd it go? It's not nice when you steal my stuff. There it is. Okay. So then it'll come into the autonomous activator here. Good, and then it's going to be a sifter. I need a couple of vacuum things. Some chests. And iron. Makes a hopper. Gonna need an obsidian. Ugh, how obnoxious. I don't have a bucket anymore either. Get myself a bucket real quick. Bucket. Oh, we can go check on our aqueous. Let's see. Got 2.8 buckets. Anyways. That has a purpose. Okay. Make me an obsidian. Okay, and up. There we go. And over here. There's our vacuum dude. Now go over here, and we need to make 1 silk mesh, 2 silk mesh, sticks, and I need 3 more pieces of wood. There we go. There's our sieve. So this is going to be for our gravel. I also need a chest to catch it in. Okay, there we go. And this... Oh, give me that, give me this. There we go. Here's our sieve. This guy is going to be doing gravel. So I'm going to put all of our extra gravel in there. And he's just going to smack it. And this stuff is going to end up in our vacuum hopper. And then our item duct good, and then our chest. Good. Okay, then we have to fix this guy. It needs to come out this way, and do this, and right on top of that with a lever. There we go. Alright, so now that should be coming in there, if we're lucky. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so this is all going to be the gravel stuff. This is all the dust stuff. I will be messing with this stuff later. So everything from this activator on should be good. And then when I get more power, this stuff will be more organized closer over here. And then I'll have like a pathway through here. And all of this will be my power eventually, is the plan. So until then, I can get rid of all this stuff that comes from the gravel and put it in that chest. this maybe? Oh. Oh, it's definitely like those. Good. So now it just has to hit a whole bunch of times. So this one should be mining my diamonds and my emeralds. And this one over here will be getting me that sweet redstone. Which is the one I like. That one? Yeah, that one will give me more space. Alright. And the more activators I can get going, the faster this process will go. I need another activator there, more activators there, and barrels and things. But this will at least get me on the right track. Still a little slow, but on the right track. The luckier I get with that stuff, the better. Anything in here that needs to be dumped yet? I could probably take this iron. That would be useful. Okay. There we go. Alright. Fantastic. Look at all that redstone. That's what we were missing. Now we can make that harvester if we wanted to. Okay, but I should probably go to bed before I get in trouble. We have at 10 tomorrow, apparently. Not a big deal, but... Alright. Well, that was fun. We got the beginnings of our automation done. We just need to wait on a lot of those minerals and see if we can collect some more before we can make more things. The next thing we're going to do is probably make a harvester and a planter. So we'll plant the trees and harvest the trees. And I got to spend a bunch of time collecting dirt and probably doing all my dirt stuff back there. And then this side over here, all this is actually probably going to disappear and we'll raise it up a little bit. And I'll rebuild this smelter on higher ground. That way we get a little more space between us and all the stuff we built below us. I did try to give it enough space, but I'd like to get a little bit more of a ceiling. So we'll make this the upper level, and then we'll raise this stuff, and we'll chop all this down, and we'll make everything else dirt on the top, and everything below like a limestone, because I don't really need limestone. But that's my plan, and hopefully it'll be good. So, I hope you guys have a good evening, and enjoyed watching this stuff. And if you've never played Agrarian Skies before, hopefully this will point you in the right direction. Alright, have a good evening.